Finding a dead body is nothing like how it looks in movies or on TV. Happening upon one as I did in a dank, deserted underground storage room all alone was not only frightening, it was also nauseating. I didn't scream like they do in British detective shows. My hand didn't cover my mouth in horror. I didn't faint. When I entered the room and saw his body there on the cold dirt floor, with stark shadows cast by a small lantern on the ground beside him, my mind was consumed with the image of my husband's body, completely still and quiet in a hospital bed, his skin as pale as the sheet pulled up under his chin. I don't know how long I stood there lost in my memories before I returned to the new misery in front of me. When I did, I realized I felt queasy and had to consciously swallow the bile I felt rising. I unlocked my phone, ready to call Detective Gomez, then edged closer to the body. I wasn't brave enough to touch him with my fingers to check for a pulse. After all, it was the first dead body I'd ever encountered, outside of a hospital, and visions, at least. Instead, I reached out with the tip of my shoe, which, along with my jeans, was muddy from sliding down the slope behind the building to get in the back door. I gave his shoulder a little nudge to see if the body was stiff. That's when he groaned, and I threw up. Normally, it might be considered bad form to vomit on a dead body. However, I think that even Miss Manners would make an allowance if the aforementioned dead body came alive. I'd seen his body on the ground in a vision a month ago. Obviously, it would have been helpful to have seen he wasn't actually dead. But it doesn't work like that. I don't always get all the pertinent information. In fact, if my visions had a personality, I would say they were more impertinent. The other big difference between what I saw last month and the reality before me was that in the vision, I hadn't recognized the dead man. Now, I knew whose boots I'd thrown up on.